Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Sort of back. How you doing? You all right? Everyone good?
Hello. Welcome back to what? Oh, just like this week.
Welcome back. Here we are.
Oh,
Here we
okay.
are once again.
Welcome back to the pod.
I don't know. Like it was just like as if maybe we might have been in the metaverse or something, and then all of a sudden we're back in the real world.
Well, actually, we could. On that, he was picked up on that. And if I analyze the welcome back statement and you really break, welcome back to potential lockdown, welcome back to a miserable Christmas, welcome back to ill, welcome back to chaos.
No, I don't think you can predict all of that just yet. I mean,
we're only a couple of weeks from it. I think Tommy's on the right track.
I think what the phrase at the moment is we are in a bit of squeaky bum time because you don't know what's going to happen. Definitely. But I think Tommy's just gone a bit too extreme based on last year's.
I tell you what, most people.
I think Tommy's being a realist.
The only people I've spoken to outside of my children in the last, say, 24, 36 hours are school parents, right? That you meet at the crossover.
Right.
And they're all saying the same thing.
What's the vibe on the playground? What's the vibe?
No, vibe on the playground is negative. Did I mentioned, right, that woman, that mum in the playground who came up to me, breathing in my face, and went, "Yeah, we failed our COVID tests." You remember her?
Oh, yeah.
She goes, "Oh, yeah, we tested positive in our house." And I just told her, "I'm going to Dubai." She goes, "Yeah, we wanted to go, but we tested positive." Tested positive.
Spit.
And I was so, honestly, the only word I could think of in my heart was nafrat. Nafrat, which is the proper disgust and upset. Yeah. I've just told you I'm on my way to Dubai in a few days. I'm waiting.
She didn't want you to go.
Yeah,
right.
Out of order.
Can I tell you something? She's planning to go, right? This woman's planning to go in a few days' time because term's about to break up.
Well, you should go breathe on her.
Yeah, I mean, forget breathe. I think you just go and do ulti on her face.
No, she's got a mask on. She's got like thermals on. She's got a scarf on. She's got a hat on. There was about a quarter of an inch of her forehead showing, and that was it. And
she doesn't have to dress up like a local already while she's in England.
No, it wasn't. That. She wasn't going traditional wear. She was just protecting herself to the max.
Well, I think you should go do your Nafrat Fateh Ali Khan on her.
Julia.
Mustika London will get a lot of spit rolling out of your mouth.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah, hold on. There's a character in Nafrat Ali Khan. What's it? Nusrat Ali Khan. I've got Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. I've got
Nafrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Yeah. Fateh Ali Khan is where you just go off and you just express your vexing in someone via the medium of Qawwali.
When Nusrat got to his peak moments in his Qawwali, he turned into, like how Eric turns into Banana Man. He turned into Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan because he was at the. Yeah, that's right. He's like, that's great. That's a great character. But anyway, despite all the potential negativity, can I just say, firstly, good weeks all round? Are you all right? Are you well? All good.
Okay.
All good.
Yeah. I want to get a COVID update from both of you because I know, Satch, you did have it, but I think you've shooken it off now. And then you were covering Kedge, and Kedge had it. But before I get to that, quick little bit of business. I went for my birthday last week to the Crystal Maze. See, straight away, Kedge, you're the kind of person I needed to go on that trip with.
Oh, I would have loved to have gone with you guys.
Have you done it?
I've been.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. I'm the only one who hasn't been.
Right. You won't like it, Satch.
Oh, why?
Okay. It's
why not?
I love the Crystal Maze. I would love to be on it.
Yeah, okay.
Was the bald fella there?
I think you're right. I think that you would enjoy the challenges bit. Okay, but here's what it was. Obviously, it's in a very central London location, which I was surprised about. I thought it'd be like on the outskirts in a kind of a field.
No, it's very central.
Where is
Rainforest
it?
Cafe,
Where's very central?
It is next to Trocadero.
Yeah, Rainforest Cafe.
Next to the Rainforest Cafe. Yeah, on
up the stairs. Go up those stairs.
Yeah, on Wardour Street that way, around there. Right?
I mean, I hate you already just because it's there.
Exactly.
I avoid that place.
Right, very, very a very cheesy part of London. But you walk into it, and we walked past the door a couple of times, couldn't even see where it was. Walked in, woman sat there. You all right? Yeah.
Oh, is that the woman when you first go in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My God. I went in. So I was obviously team leader because I decided I was going to be team leader by myself. I didn't actually ask anyone. And so then I took all the boys in and I was just like, right, giving it like, oh, here we go. We're ready for it. And she went, yeah, if you just go up the stairs, someone will come and see you. Exactly. I was like, oh, this is just the first experience of the Crystal Maze. But it's all right. It'll get better.
Refund.
I've opened the door. I opened the door and I went, dun, 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 dun. Right. And firstly, it was, and that was about the 8th time I'd done it because we'd done it on the tube all the way there and all that. And then the people I'm with, Simon Sandu and others being some of them, right? Yeah. My cousin, right? Who've been in the podcast, go, why'd you keep doing that? I went,
that's the game.
That's the music to the game.
That's the music. Yeah. That's what you want to hear.
And they went, oh.
When you're running through the world. Dun, dun, dun,
there was no music when we walked in. That place, as soon as you open that door and you see on a sensor and it goes, dun, dun, welcome to the Crystal Maze. Dun, 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 dun. It'd be something like that. Instead, the Selibuti woman go, all right. And then the first thing she says, by the way, the bar's closed and you can't have your pictures with the orange bomber jackets today.
Oh, all right. I've got that photo.
Right. We couldn't. And then it was like, so it was a bit, but I want to put all the negative, I want to get the negativity bit out of the way. So that, and the person who played, Dominic, what was his name?
James O'Brien.
I was going to say Dara.
James O'Brien is the guy from LBC.
Yeah, it might be. No, it was something O'Brien.
It was something O'Brien. It was something.
Richard O'Brien.
Richard O'Brien. Yeah.
Got my O'Briens mixed up.
Yeah, that's out of order, Satch. If someone got you and Kedge mixed up, you'd be accusing them of racism. I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry, mate. Patel's all confused.
Which one's Satch? Which one's Kedge? So no, you're right. So you go, and the person who played him was a woman wearing a mask with a beard on it. So and then she was putting on a bit of a voice like that.
Are you sure this was a Crystal Maze or another dodgy door you went into?
I could have been on crystal meth for all I knew. I don't know why I was on.
Why was she wearing a mask?
Because they all had to wear a mask, I think. And the mask.
Oh, like a COVID mask.
Like a COVID mask, but this one had a printed beard and mustache.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant like a full face mask.
So I don't know. I don't know if it was a mask to protect her and us and all that,
or just a bit of
to be in character,
isn't it? Yeah.
But and then she was putting on a bit of a man's voice.
God, leave it out. Why is she doing that?
I don't know. But it was all a bit amateur dramatic-y. However, the zones were brilliant.
Wow.
The zones are good.
They've done the zones.
What was the first game you played?
What games did you do? Yeah.
That's the other thing. Firstly, I can't remember what order, but we went into one of the zones or whatever.
But what was the first game? Whoever played it? What was the first game?
It was like a puzzle game. I can't remember. See, you're good at things like this. Whenever
How do you not remember the first game that you,
Tommy,
as a crew, played? Tommy, did you actually go?
Oh, the first game that me personally I played.
No,
like the first game that you guys all saw.
There was 7 of us, and everyone played 3 games. There was like 21. God. So I can't remember all the games.
Were you drinking on this trip?
No, of course not.
But were you team captain?
Okay, this is one of the first games. Yeah, right. It was.
I mean, what kind of? Jesus, I wouldn't want you in my team.
Were you even in a team, or did you just go?
Did
randomly?
You walk around on your own? Did you go to the museum?
I think I was still in Dubai, and I was just in the I was in the Aztec zone, but I was just on the beach, walking along in the sand. No,
God.
I tell you what the first one was, because we couldn't work it out, and you had to put these hexagonal things into like slots and make equations. So you had to put the plus, the minus, the equals in between numbers.
Was it a hard one?
Bruv.
Yeah, it was. The games are very hard.
They're very hard, and the time runs out very quickly.
They look easy on the telly, though.
And even
these. I'll be honest with you. I got 1 crystal out of 3.
Oh, okay.
And I was gutted all evening. It took ages to get.
For you, that is very poor.
Terrible. Because I went in on the first game.
Yeah. See, the
first game because they all bottled it and they went more.
How many did you get? Tommy, how many did you get?
I got 2 out of my 3.
Oh, wow. How did you feel?
Because they were physical. The physical ones.
Oh, okay.
There's no way. And even like, it takes me 20 minutes just to work out the question. I go, hang on a minute. Right, hold on. What's it saying? And like one of them was even play the bells in order of, play them bells in order. And so you've got like 8, 9 bells on the wall, all with different colours on it.
Are you sure this was a Crystal Maze?
Yeah, I wasn't just playing with bellends. And then, I felt like I was playing with a bunch of bellends because no one was very good. And then, and you had to look at this kind of what looked like a recorder. Imagine like a fruit pastel lolly.
Xylophone. Oh, yeah.
No, fruit pastel with all different stripe colours.
Yeah.
Right, so it goes red, green, blue.
Well, you couldn't do that.
Blue. Right, and then you have to play that. But what I didn't realise was you have to say out loud the tune. And if you've worked the tune out from the first 3 or 4 notes, if you go, it's Jingle Bells, it's Happy Birthday, then you get the point. So I'd play it, and I thought it'd unlock something. And so things like that, and I'm like, it was a bit sort of a sticky start. But so then, and then obviously there's the other thing of like, when everyone goes in there, everyone shouts over each other. And the person who's in there
I made all these rules before we went in. I was like, guys, come on, we're working as a team. We've got to smash it.
Thank you for just taking the fun out of the fun, Kedge.
No, it was not. It was just like, look.
Okay, go in with this guy.
The way we roll, I was creating all of the atmosphere. I was creating, you know what I mean? I was literally doing the Richard job because we had this Lalu who was, bless him, he was probably still at university or something. He was just there to earn his, £8 an hour or whatever it was. He didn't care. He didn't bring the vibe. And I wrote that in the feedback comment. I said, I'm sorry, but this is such an epic show that you guys are trying to recreate for people. Let's be honest, if you're going to go to the Crystal Maze, it means that you've grown up in that era and and you're excited by it, and it does bring you a lot of joy and pleasure. If you can't deliver that experience to these people who are coming, these partners, I'm sorry, this ain't going to last. And this is a key thing in life. If you can't bring that joy
and people. And what was their response to your feedback?
Well, I've never heard back from them, and I'm never going to go back there. That's the end of that.
Well, there you go. That's the end of that, then, isn't it?
Well, it's funny.
And we said
the same thing. We said our feedback is you guys are letting the building down. You're letting the show down. It's like, and even like at the end when it ended, all our stuff's in lockers. We come out, there's no one there. Someone's going to open these lockers for us because they open a lock.
Oh, I thought you got robbed.
Oh yeah, the lockers. Yeah.
So then I go down the 2 flights of stairs. I went, sorry, we're done. And are you done? Fine. So we've been in the Crystal Dome. The dome is pretty good though. I mean,
the dome was good. The dome was good. The dome is good.
But it's just, and it was just lots of.
What would you win at the end of it though? Like what would you come out?
You're just supposed to get pleasure, and I'll be honest, I didn't get pleasure because the experience is you're better off playing it on your phone or something.
Right. So we came out. They went, you've got a total of, let's say, 1,400 tokens, whatever it was, right?
Big whoop.
And it went, okay, let's see if we made the leaderboard. You look at the leaderboard, the top score, which, by the way, was like 186,000. I was like, you what? And it was actually by something called Pussy Palace. I just thought that was funny. that was a team name. I was like, Pussy Palace, 186,000.
I'm sure you ain't been to the right place.
No, I don't know where I was. I think I was in Stringfellows.
Honestly.
But the point is, sometimes, like, memories are better left there. You know when people say like, don't meet your idols, don't meet your.
No, I don't. I think that's not in this case. They've messed up. The people who done this is like a proper, like one of those sort of fly by night desi garnered joints where they've just, we'll just quickly knock this out. Do you know what I mean? No one care. And I'm sorry, but I think you're hurting so many humans around the world who are coming for this experience, and it's not there at all.
It's not living up to the hype.
No. Anyway, so that's.
But on the other hand, Ninja Warrior, I've done that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant because at least that soul course is like the real thing. Do you see what I mean? All right, it's not the full length, but if you feel like you're in it, do you know what I mean? And you don't need Ben Shepherd egging you on the side. It's fine. If Cammy's not there, it doesn't matter. But you get that vibe. It's difficult and all of that, and you feel a sense of achievement. Here, I didn't really care.
Would you want to do the other one? What's the other one with the bouncing balls? The one that they're based out of Argentina. Richard Hammond.
Total Wipeout.
Total Wipeout.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, I've done that.
Where have you done that?
I did that in the summer. It was not Total Wipeout. It was what's the other one that they do in the water? Oh no, it's
Get your daughters out. Get your daughter out.
No. So basically, they did it's a water Ninja Warrior, and and then there's another water assault course. I did it in the summer, and it's in the lake. The brine is a bit freezing once you fall in once. But it is brilliant. That was brilliant.
Okay. Fine. No, I'd like to. I mean, but you're right. You almost want to do the shows that were part of your history, that are part of your like upbringing. But you're right. It's a danger of it being taken away. Anyway, how was your week? What's going on? And are you both better and well?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's been okay. Like, I still don't think I'm 100% yet. Like,
really?
I think today again I lost my taste, which was a bit random. I couldn't taste
relapse.
Yeah, I couldn't taste anything today, the whole day, which was really weird. Like even dinner just now, I couldn't taste nothing, which was really strange.
Oh no, that's weird, isn't it?
But kind of just getting on with it, back to work, and obviously because Kedge was out with the Rona, I kind of had to become Kedge at work. So yeah. That's how my...
is that what you mean by lost your taste? Like you started dressing like him, acting like him, you lost credibility?
Well, that's the thing. I actually did have to act like him because...
Satch was the boss. Satch had to run the ship, mate. He had to tell people what to do. I wish I was there to see that.
I was the guy that was basically captain of the ship while this guy was in bed. Well, not in bed, but he weren't at work.
I weren't at work.
So you were obviously locked down and had to stay at home for a bit because obviously for the 10 days after your Rona...
Yeah, that's right.
Natural thing, the lieutenant has to step up to the colonel's post or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is your time to shine. I'll be honest, Satch, was the whole place just a happier place to be as a result?
Do you know what? I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. Like,
I bet you brought a vibe.
I enjoyed doing the stuff that he usually does, going around chatting to people and not really doing much, but I think I did it well.
I love it. Love it.
But on that note,
and they like me because they're still talking to me. So
right, yeah. And was there like because obviously the kind of sorry, in the nice possible way, Kedge, there's one more boss above you in terms of this technical team, right?
Yeah.
So you're sort of second. So, like, do you bond with people, Satch, knowing that you can all cuss Kedge a bit? Do you know what I mean? Because that's a natural bonding way. It's going to go, oh yeah, he's a bit like this, and he's a bit like that, and because that's what staff do.
That's the staff.
They bond over their and Kedge, you've got to know that to some extent. You're going to get cussed because of you're a little bit more senior.
Not at all.
No, I don't think he does. Because the thing is with Kedge, he actually does get stuck in. He's not one of these guys that just
watches from afar.
Yeah. So
I do all the basic stuff.
Okay. He does. He's one of the team, so that's all good. But it was just a bit of a weird experience because it's just like, yeah, it's all well and good. I've been working there, I work with Kedge, like I see what he does. But now I was at a point where it's just like, well, I've actually got to do what he does.
The thing for me was that Satch had to marshal the troops, and I thought that is, it's a good life skill, and I've never seen Satch in that position.
How many people in your team? How many are there?
On a full camp, there's about 6-7 people that Satch have to manage.
Yeah. So that's a little double, man. That's a little crew.
It got dealt with. I've got to say, it got dealt with.
It got dealt with. Everything was still on air.
Did you sit on Kedge's table?
Like no. He's
not allowed.
No one does. No one sits there. Not
allowed. Only there's only 2 of us who are allowed to sit there.
I mean, everyone's kind of got their own spot anyway. So
hold on a minute. So you got like a office Christmas party coming up and something like that? Is that happening?
Well, it is happening.
There is one. There is one on the horizon, but I mean, I'm not going. A lot of people are not going.
You say it like you're boycotting it.
Well, it's just I think a lot of people are not happy with it because they're like, it's just all of this COVID stuff. It's all gone a little bit. It just feels like it's going to be some sort of massive COVID cesspit, and it's just like, do you want to go into that again? Especially now with the new variant that is just what's it called again? Omicron.
Yeah.
Omarion.
Oh,
Omicron.
Tommy's come. Was that?
No, Omicron. Or as some people change the letters around and call it moronic. But yeah, so that's
what are they calling it?
Moronic. It's an anagram.
Moronic. Yeah, very good.
Or no crimbo.
Or no crimbo, which again is what it's looking like. It's pointing at. But I just think people are just like, well, actually, do we want to go to a Christmas party for one and then ruin Christmas? And how bad could it be?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, obviously, we're all invited to it. For me, to start with, parties are not really my thing. So I was kind of like, I wouldn't have gone anywhere. This is just giving me an excuse to be like, I ain't coming. So
yeah,
it's one of them. But then it's just like, with what's happening in COVID.
I mean, technically, I can go and lick faces, armpits, and everything else.
We're not allowed. We're not allowed because after last time they said people have said they don't appreciate when you do that.
No, we can. I think me and Kedge are the safest people to do that because we've kind of had it now.
We've just come out of it. We've just come out.
It doesn't mean anything. You might still be kind of carrying it in it kind of its dormant. early stages or late stages and reignite.
By the way, quick one while we're talking about. Has anyone had the third one yet? Anyone boosted up?
Booster? No, I haven't.
I'm going for it. A couple of weeks time.
Oh, mine's next week. Wait.
I probably I need to kind of get booked up for it. But
try and get it done.
But sorry, I want to address your lack of desire to go to the Christmas party. Okay, Satch, I understand. Satch, you do a lot of weddings, parties, and all that.
Yeah, my desire is there. My desire is absolutely. You know me. I'd love a party.
Yeah, exactly. But Kedge, I'm disappointed because now I feel like, when they say, "Oh yeah, COVID changed people. It's changed people for this reason, for that reason." As you know, me, the drink, the diet, all that changes kind of through COVID, and finding a new way of living.
I'm there. I want to be there.
I'm disappointed that this Kedge is now very different to come on. Let's have a couple of bottles of hooch.
Yeah, it's this. It's that old age, mate. It's the old age.
No, it's not old age. I think there might be just a party which is just for our radio station, which I'm more than happy to attend. Do you know what I mean? It's just this is the full company shebang, and it's
couple of thousand people.
Yeah, and to be fair, everyone is kind of like not feeling it. So it's not like everyone else is going and us two are not. It's like, from the boss down, everyone's like, what is the point of this? And also, am I allowed to say this? No, actually, let's not. I'm not allowed to say this yet because it hasn't been announced, so I can't say that. But I will be able to tell you on next week's podcast what's happening.
Thanks. We'll have an update next week.
But the main thing is, though, they're still going ahead with a couple of thousand people do, right?
Oh, I think I haven't been in the office in a while. I'm not across all the senior decisions.
And as far as I know, it's happening.
There you go. So it's happening. It's on.
But don't you also? Sorry, I'm genuine here, right? Don't you also feel like, okay, you don't go to this party, but yet you're still walking around London where there are always thousands of people.
Oh, yeah,
around.
no, absolutely. I mean, I got it, and I'm the most safest person on the planet. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can absolutely get the COVID from wherever. It doesn't matter. But I just think, you know what? I'm not. You're right. Maybe there's a little shift in the way I'm thinking.
I think Kedge is thinking, why go into that environment purposely when you can avoid it? Whereas with the other stuff, you're kind of doing it to get to work or blah, 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 blah.
And also, but then, I'm going to Tottenham on Thursday.
Are you?
Oh. And that's a painful experience.
I mean, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. Let alone.
That's why people are laughing at me. They go, "You're not going to the Christmas party, but you're going to go there with 60,000 people." I was like, "Well, come on, it's Spurs, though, isn't it? I haven't been there for a while."
I love how you invited me and Tommy into it in the group today, and we both ignored the
both blanked it.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I have seen some stuff
on purpose.
a lot of people taking the mick out of Spurs, and there's been references because it's Boris, it's a meme of Boris kind of going, I'm only asking you to wear a mask, not a Tottenham shirt. And I'm
Absolutely.
I'm like, but
you'd probably stay away from me if you wore the Spurs shirt, though.
Well, Corona would.
Probably,
I mean, genuinely, I love a party. And the biggest and most annoying thing about Dubai was the fact that you couldn't dance. You could go to clubs and bars, but you just had to stay in your little areas. And it was just like, well, what's the point? It's like having a toy and not being able to use it. It's like, no, I want to get up and tune comes on, but you can't do that. And here you are, you've got this opportunity now, you're allowed, it's fine. I just don't think you can live your life in fear. That's the bit, generally I've got an issue.
It's just, I'm not that fussed. I'm just, I think just generally because I know that a lot of the work people are not going. So do you know what I mean? It's just like, you want to be at a place where it's your crew, your work lot, and a lot of them are not going. So, then what's the point? I might as well save that token for something else. But
okay, talk me through how you're feeling then, and how are you now, recovery wise?
All good. All good. I'm all back in the game. Literally as I step out the house tomorrow, Diana Ross, I'm coming out. That's going to be blaring out my phone, and I'm so ready for it. I'm back to work tomorrow. The sheriff is back in town. Everybody else,
all the songs have been made. Hold on, the sheriff is back in town. Isn't a? That's not a song.
No. That's just yeah. That's
the song is
up until now.
Sheriff.
Exactly.
I mean, we can do that if we want.
Satch was playing that up until now, but the sheriff is back in town. I just want to, so I'm ready. But you know what?
Is your household going to be all right with you leaving? You've been home for so long. It's like, it's going to be like a little dolly.
I'll be honest with you, I think they can't wait. I think there'll be like so normally you do the welcoming tradition of the bride into the house.
Yeah. Are you kicking the rice over?
Well, I think I'm collecting the rice, putting it in the pot, and then taking it out with me. They'll kick me out altogether with the rice pot. So it's going to be quite a momentous occasion. But you know what? I was ready to go out last week because I I turned around this whole corona thing quite quickly. I was 3 days in bed and that was it. And I was ready for the 4th day and I was working again. And I just thought, I wonder what that is down to. And, you can put it down to loads of things. People all of a sudden, when they come out the other side, oh, well, it must be this, and I could put it down to maybe, I don't know, breathing exercises. I've mentioned it before. What was it that I managed to get it, rid of it quite quickly? Whereas some people,
maybe you just got the teenage girl variant, because of your body shape.
Yeah, it was the zero version.
Yeah, maybe I had the light version, but I think I know what it is.
Oh, okay, here we go. This is going to be great. Everybody, okay. So we hopefully, are you saying that we can all learn from this?
I think you can learn from this. Come on, and I think Gujaratis will be Gujaratis will be more in line with this remedy.
Because tell us, Modi.
So basically, so my mum and dad drink this special herbal powder mix thing, which
marijuana.
Is, no. It's known in Gujarati as
Mommy and daddy like the ganja. Do they catch?
It's known as Faaki.
What? So your mum and dad get on the old Faaki at night, yeah, and they told you,
yeah,
they go, but we're just going to go upstairs and do our herbal powder.
Have some of the Faaki every day, right? And it's just, and I don't know what it is, and it stinks. It absolutely stinks, right?
Well, that's just a hygiene thing.
But it comes in it comes in like a white and green little bottle, obviously imported from India. And so what you do is you take a couple of spoonfuls, you put it in a little sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little pot thing that, like a small handle pot thing. It does look very dodge. And you mix it with water and then you put it on the stove and you heat it up for a bit. Once it's heated, give it a swirl and I drink it from a shot glass. 2 shots of that, bang, boom. And I did that for 2-3 days. And I think that's what cleared the system and just made me stronger.
No, but isn't that meant to clear your system as in through your rear end?
No. It's not necessarily for that. Because this one is called Sudarshan. The actual word is Sudarshan, and so it's like a Faaki, but it's the next level of it. And so this is like
super Faaki.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's super Faaki. Yeah. Well, he's sorted me out, mega. So.
Okay, so have you? So you've seen your parents do Faaki, and then you thought,
we've done it. Like they've always given it to us when we were little, right? So we've grown up with it, and then there was obviously
I don't know if that's allowed in this country. Maybe in the Gujarat, your parents can give you Faaki, but here, I'd say it's frowned upon. So hold on, it comes in a powder form? Is that what you're
saying? Form? Yeah, powder form. I'll bring you some next week. It's what
you said. It's two ingredients. Genuinely. Okay, hold on.
No, I don't know what the ingredients are. I don't know what the ingredients are.
I don't think anyone does because
I don't think anyone in the world knows what the ingredients are.
It must be a leaf. It must be based on some sort of leaf.
I think it's a very herbal, leafy thing, and it's all grounded up and everything like that. And it's a real bitter, sharp taste. And if you've never had it, it will make you vomit. And I remember because we've been having it from such a young age, we're just used to it. And sometimes it's a very black, dark Faaki. Sometimes it's quite. Sometimes it's light.
I think you should be grateful for whatever Faaki you can get. So as long as you're getting some. And as long
exactly. And then obviously I stopped, but then I started again, sort of in the last 10 years again. And, just it does clean your system out, but I think it's got other properties in it, which has basically fought off COVID. Now, I'm not going out there and preaching that this is going to be the cure to COVID or anything. So please don't, sort of hold me to that.
No, this is like one of them things that you get on a WhatsApp forward, Gedge. Have you been collecting these things and like drink some of this, some of that, and they've just...
I'm sure many a Gujarati will know about this who listen to the podcast.
Of course they will, yeah.
But I think it's quite a Gujarati thing, though. I don't think he would have ventured out into any of the other states and territories of India.
I've never heard it.
No, I think, Tommy, you do have a version of this. I don't know what it's called, because someone I know that's Punjabi has something similar.
It's like
my parents don't. I've never Faakied in front of me. I'm just saying.
No, but I think it's something else.
Me to join in.
Maybe they call it. Maybe it's called something else in Punjabi.
Yeah, maybe. So that's like I'm trying to. Okay, this is not the same thing, but let's just say like like neem for your teeth. Like that neem paste, you know, the other thing. It's another kind of leaf. And the tulsi, you know, I know is a big one. You know, they do stuff with.
Yeah, but this
that's a religious one.
Yeah, but it's also a very good
it's a
boil and drink
thing.
as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it does. Apparently works wonders. You got good tulsi and it can just.
You got to water. Yeah, keep watering the tulsi.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Well, that's a different. That's for prosperity. If you got a healthy tulsi, and that's all good.
Yeah.
But then also and tulsi, I've had it. I've eaten it. You can just break it off and eat it. It tastes quite basil-y.
It is a little. This is more than basil though. The Faaki, I would say, is a bit more than basil.
No, it's not basil-y. I think it's more. It's got a bit of a pongy fart powder sort of.
Like hajmola, like a bit like that.
Yeah. That's what it is.
But Sach, you're talking about that original Faaki, which is a bit more of a yellowy paste, yellowy color. This is Sudarshan, which is extra next level stuff, which is a combination of loads of.
All I know is that it's butters, mate. Honestly.
Is Sudarshan the brand? Because it sounds like it.
No, Zandu is the brand.
Oh, Tommy Zandu. Okay.
Yeah, no, like you know Zandu Balm. Zandu Balm, they make Zandu this as well.
Oh, like that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, Zandu Balm. Okay, right. Okay. Well, you know what, kid?
God, the sales of this is going to go up now. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Because I'm telling you, if right now somebody is riddled with COVID or even just a really bad flu, cold, under the gumbo, listening to us, hopefully having a bit of a giggle, which hurts their bones and legs because you.
Here we go. Look, I found it. I just want
to give him a good.
The full name is Zandu Sudarshan Ganvati tablets.
Oh, what?
You can't say that.
It's not called Ganpati.
You guys, you can't say that.
No, Ganvati. Zandu Sudarshan Ganvati tablets.
Oh my God.
God, bruv. No, it's not called that.
It's on Amazon.
What does it say that's in there? What does it say? Made of?
Okay, all right, hold on. Now that we're going into it.
Has it got a leaf? Because I want to know what the base leaf is.
So I think, Amazon.co.uk, it doesn't have the... It doesn't have...
because it's obviously in some foreign language that no one knows.
No, there's no ingredients for this. It just says that this is how much it costs, £5. There's no ingredients on this.
Nobody knows. They don't even know.
No, honestly.
So what you're saying is you think that's the key to your secret?
I think that because I had it flushed it all out real quick for me, and I think that might have been the thing that can fight COVID. I don't know, but I'm just saying that it worked for me.
Okay, hey, you know what? Like I said, if you're lying sick and you know that maybe when you're in a Gujarati house or in a desi house and you know
I've got the ingredients,
what the Faaki is made up of, then that's it. You might have stumbled across a cure there. Things happen.
What the Faaki?
What is it?
I've got the ingredients.
Go on.
Okay. Triphala, Haridra, Daru, Dridra, Kantakri, Brati.
Why do you sound drunk?
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Is that what you said?
I don't even know what any of this is, and I've just taken it. Look at the list is incredible. Ashwagandha, Wamsa, Kamala, Lavanga, Patola, Kavya.
That's the Jazzy B song. Lavanga, Patola.
Tagara, Vindanga. Bruv, there's obviously this is.
It sounds like an album.
This is not known in the Western world, and that's why.
They've just made up words. They're just made up words
with COVID.
Well, if it works for you, Kedge, then
exactly.
I'm glad it works for you. And I think what you said, it flushed you out, right?
Exactly.
And actually, I'm just moving it on. I'm trying to find a connection here. But there's some people that have been flushed out of their locked-in cabin. As you know, this storm. Oh. What's the storm called? A storm.
Arvinda de Silva.
We met him, Tommy, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
He's a really nice guy. Don't cuss him, Kedge.
I'm not
our mate. He's our mate.
What it sounds like is every time they say it, I go, it's Arvind Bhai who's coming as a storm on the telly. Do you know what I mean?
Arvind. I got a quickly to tell you though. Arvind Silva, legend. Right?
Yes.
In the game, Sri Lanka, great player.
He said, "Come and stay at our house." Remember, he was like, his address and everything in Sri Lanka. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, come over. We had a good... And who was... By the way, I've been saying this to other people, but I'm rubbish on with names and people. Who was the tall Pakistani player who came out and danced on the stage?
Abdul Razak.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Fast bowler.
Legend.
And everybody went, do you know
He never does that.
And they came to me and told me this, and I told Satch, they went, he don't get up and dance to anything. He's a cool cat, and he stays back in the corner. But Satch's tunes were on. The man was up
and was raving
on the stage, and he was
Razak was up,
and he's a very tall, handsome stature of a man. But anyway, Arvind De Silva,
that's the Storm.
I was at the T20 World Cup, and I messaged him about something, and then he messaged back, and I thought, let me quickly call him. But you know when someone answers the phone, like he's got my number, we've just messaged each other, and he goes, "Hello," I went, "Mr. De Silva, what are you doing?" And he went, "Oh, I'm in a meeting, I can't talk now." Because I gotta go, and he put the phone down. I'm like, it was just random. Thought, you either going to answer the phone or you're not. You know, like but people answer the phone and say, "I'm in a meeting and I can't talk." And he dropped that one on us. But he was a lovely, lovely guy. I've got to say, Mr. De Silva, if you're listening. And
but he's not a lovely Storm.
No, he's not. Storm Arwin. I can't even pronounce it. It's not Arwin. What is it?
It is Arwin.
It's Arwin, isn't it? Arwin.
Arvin.
Oh, yeah. Oh God. Whatever. The storm that's hit has properly clocked that side of the country from like Scotland down to like Newcastle. Got hit big time. There was loads of because it was all over last weekend. And
Scotland down to Newcastle is not that far down though.
No, but I'm saying that stretch, but a little bit further down. But actually, there was places that were affected in like Wales and
there was snow everywhere as well, wasn't it? Leicester was under, Burnley was under. There was a lot of snow everywhere.
I can confirm it was snowing in South London on Saturday night when I got home. Friday night when I got home at 4 in the morning. It was snowing, but it didn't settle because it was too wet.
Okay, and Saturday morning we woke up, got messages from the in-laws in Birmingham saying, "Oh look, Birmingham's covered in snow." So we just drove up to Birmingham, just took the sledges, just to use the £2 sledges, spent £200 on petrol, just to kind of use the £2 sledges.
Did you?
And, yeah, we did actually.
That's
mad. Went out there. But my point is, throughout all of that, and I just found out the story yesterday. So all over the weekend, 4 days, that storm hit, and there was a pub. A random pub in the middle of nowhere that got hit by the storm, and it said that there were people locked in there for like 4 nights, 4 days, all just trapped in. And I thought, man, that's the way to do a storm. It's like something out of a movie, right? It says staff at the UK's highest pub bid a fond farewell to the snowed-in guests. So this is the Tan Hill Inn in North Yorkshire, where a 61-strong group spent 3 days trapped in the UK, and it happens to be UK's highest pub because it's so high up.
It's used in a few ads as well. It's quite a famous one.
I was even using that. Yeah, it says the Friday night storm, a storm Arwin. That's what it is. Struck. Calls don't care. Yeah.
How'd you get trapped in though? Like, surely you just think,
oh, did you not see the snow? The amount of snow.
Surely you just be like, oh, maybe I should just get out of here before I get stuck
because they were there for the Oasis tribute act on the Friday night, and so they were all going for it, raving for it. By the time they realised, they were locked in.
Yep, the snow just chucked it on down, and they didn't get out until the Monday. So from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, and they finally get out.
So and that was a 4-day bender.
Yeah, two of the girls actually that were on there, one of them was called Donna. Donna was a manager, saying that they were worried about the people who were there driving, because even if the snow was there, they said, you know what, no one should be driving down from here in their regular cars. You need proper snow vehicles. What the point is, I would I haven't drunk for a couple of years, but if I was to start drinking, it would be during a lock-in, snowed in to a pub, 61 people. Come on, that's a movie.
If someone hasn't written that movie and got the rights for that, that is a brilliant comedy movie already there. It's there, ready to be done.
And again, Kedge, this is right up your street. Satch, your idea of a nightmare. It says, what do they do for the 3 days? It said, well, they just did 3 days of pub quizzes, board games, and karaoke.
Oh, wow.
Love it. Absolutely brilliant. For me, though, that side of it sounds fun. The thing that's already making me sort of shrivel up is you've got to wear your same juddies for 4 days. And the shower element, the brushing element,
dirt.
And so it's a little bit dirty. Do you know what I mean? And so, if I was prepared, if I'd taken a suitcase with me, absolutely.
I mean, four pairs of chuddies, and you'd have
4 pairs of chuddies. Yeah, I think that would have come in handy. And also, I know we're thinking it was an absolute jolly, but apparently the people who owned the pub didn't serve booze until 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day.
Yeah, because that's a license thing, though, isn't it? Yeah.
No. 3 o'clock. Come on, you could start. You could go to a pub earlier.
No, I can see that.
But it's down to the place.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout, because that way.
Yeah,
the booze has got a bit of a novelty, and people aren't just smashed all day, all night, and therefore like wetting themselves or kicking off like that. So there's an element of like order. No, I think that's a good thing to do. You bring in a bit of structure.
Yeah, I mean, thinking of it, if say for example that happened to me while I was DJing somewhere and I got stuck, I think I'd probably DJ the next night if I was stuck, just to keep everyone.
Oh right. Yeah, well no, not probably, Satch. We would get you to DJ the next.
Oh
day.
No, I mean, you can't.
That's not a choice. No, if you're a DJ, you're DJ, mate.
You can't force me to do anything, Kedge. But yeah, I mean, if I fancy doing it, I'll do it.
Yeah, this ain't the office, Kedge.
Exactly. Good. Go and do this. No, how about you do it?
I'll DJ then.
Yeah. Look. Oh, hold on a minute. This is going to disgust you then, Kedge. Most of the guests slept on sofas and mattresses spread across the floor, including the 4 dogs.
Oh
yeah, leave that. I'm breaking out of that. I mean, snow or no snow, I'm going home.
A little bit further where the dogs couldn't come.
And by the way, the tribute band is called Noasis, and now they've been renamed as Snowasis. That's what they're now known. So, but you got music, you got board games, but on that note. Sorry, it's board game territory now. We're getting in, ready for Christmas and the games. And Kedge, honestly, I look to you. I look to kind of go right, because you are up on the board games.
Wasn't his last game hanging a piece of string off your
waist?
Your waist.
Is it your waist? No, something else.
No, it's not off your privates. That was that's the naked version that they do in Ibiza. That's
okay. No, all I remember, he said you got to dangle a bit of string off something and get some. Was it a pen or something in a bottle?
Yeah. So you attach a piece of string to your belt, and then at the end of the piece of string hanging down is a pen.
You did say belt, yeah?
Yeah, belt, yeah. Belt. And then the pen's kind of
like your trousers or joggers or whatever. You can just clip it in. It's always good to have a clip as well.
Right, and it's sort of swinging down between your legs, then like by your knees, and you've got to lower it into a bottle, like
empty bottle,
like a wine bottle, whatever, vodka bottle, whiskey bottle, right? So you got to kind of something you're going to hold it in, and then you got to obviously. Then what you end up pretty much doing, what's funny about it is you're kind of grinding your hips and you're rotating your hips around in these kind of little motions just to get the pen delicately in the thing. And it's quite funny to watch. It
does dangle a lot. There's a lot of danglage involved. And so therefore you've got to be still and squatting. And so it's good for, it's good all-round exercise as well for your legs.
And did you make that game up? Or
no, I can't claim the credit for it as much as I would, because you can Google it and find it everywhere.
That's not like you. That's not like you.
I know, but nowadays, with Google, you've got to be careful. But I just brought. I think I brought it into the desi environment, and it's hilarious when you've got aunties and uncles who've had a few on Christmas Day,
grinding a bottle.
Just trying to squat for a start.
You got his mum and dad, Faaki in the corner, and then you got his auntie and uncle dangling pens,
and because everyone goes into hysterics. So the funny thing is, because everyone's too busy filming it, then you got auntie in the middle who's in hysterics, and so the pen just starts swinging even more, and you got to realise that you can't laugh.
No, and so what is the game this year? What is everyone doing? What do we play? What do we do? Because we're back to normal. Because I've ordered my turkey. I've ordered the
best game for and also it also works on filming as well for social media and everything. Is the one that used to come on the telly called Copycats, and this is a family favourite now. That which I've already had messages going, oh, we're doing Copycats this year. It's just known now. So what happens is you split your family into 2 teams. You line them up. And obviously you need a host, the hostess with the mostess, or in our case it's just me. And then what you got to do is, so you give the person who's at the front of the queue a piece of paper with an action in it. Let's just say it could be having a shower. And then what they've got to do is they've got to tap the next person who are not watching. So everyone else is facing the other way. And only one of them's looking at you now that you've tapped them. And they've got 10 seconds to mime having a shower. And then once the 10 seconds over, that person then turns around and taps the next person and passes the action on.
Yep, got
and then the person at the end of the queue
has to guess what it is.
But obviously, like Chinese whispers, it changes. So if you could imagine people just start rubbing their body and everything while having a shower, it turns into some crazy action by the end of it, and it's a brilliant one to film.
Okay, good. It's in because I got the whole crew coming round then, and actually our lot do like a little drama visual style game. So it's okay. We'll get. So you start off with one particular one, so I can just pick that and go right.
So as the host, what I do is I prepare about 20 of these bits of paper so that you can just start giving them out. When it's the next person's turn. So there's a bit of homework. I've got the prep ready. I mean, I can sell the cards to you if you want. They're going at £10 a card. If you want, I can sell that for you, or you can ask for consultancy from the games master.
That's great. Thank you, Kedge. And it sounds good. And by the way, I'm talking of what just as you said that, I played a game, a corporate last week, right?
Yeah.
And it was basically a random game. The corporate was being organised by a tax company, and their strap line is less tax, more relief. So what I did was I took the word
that could be the tagline for the Sudarshan Faaki that I had.
Yeah, easily. Less tax, more relief. Less tax, more relief. So what I did was I got these kind of big songs, really famous songs, and I took one word out and I replaced it with the sound of relief. And I called the game Whoop Whoop. That's the sound of the relief, right?
I like it. It.
Right. So got a song, and actually, can I try on you guys? Just do a quick one each.
Go on. Yeah, go on. I know what it is.
Okay. So it goes in rounds. Okay, let's say I go to you first, right, Satch, and I'll go right. You're just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South. South what? Now replace the relief. Born and raised in South.
Is it LA?
He took the midnight train going anywhere.
I got it.
What is it?
Korea.
Close. It's not Urea. Korea. Yeah? It's Detroit.
I tell you Detroit.
I wouldn't have got that
song, because I played the song in the room, bruv, when there's a pissed up bunch of corporates all in the room.
And I was going to say that wasn't probably at an Asian event, because that would have got nothing from anybody.
No, it wasn't at an Asian event. No, because I have a broad appeal, Kedge. So that's why.
Yeah, I was going to say no, because we would need Nusrat Ali Khan or something like that. Otherwise, I mean, we just wouldn't get it.
Absolutely. Here comes yours, Kedge.
Oh, go on.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche. Will you do the?
Fandango. I don't know. What is it? Is it that? Oh, yes.
Fandango. Because people say so. Wandango, Wandingo. They say all sorts. And so,
I'm quite chuffed about that. I win the show.
Good.
And,
that's a good game, Tommy.
It's a really good game. And I tell you what's good. You could do it with desi songs and just take out that one word. But when you've had, obviously I hadn't, but this lot, when they had a couple of drinks and you pick the right songs, and Satch, you could do that,
Absolutely.
Big tunes, even all your Cubby Cushy Cubby Gums and all that, and just take out one word and the whole room just shouts it out and then they carry on singing it. And it's lovely. So I do like Christmas games, and I'm very excited. Hence my talk of the Christmas parties and all that. I'm excited about Christmas time.
It's nice to hear you guys, kind of getting ready for Christmas, and Tommy doing Christmas parties. Yep. I mean, I've done
decorations are up, by the way, in the house.
Oh, really?
Of course. What do you mean?
I'm like, I'm not on the Christmas hype yet. I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
Here we go, Scrooge. What's wrong,
it's not Scrooge. It's like, so this last weekend, I see a lot of people put their trees up and stuff, and I'm just like, I would have done it.
This was the weekend.
No, I don't think it was. I think it's the next weekend that you should put it up, like the first weekend in December.
Bear in mind, Christmas was cancelled last year, so I think everyone's gone in slightly early.
Oh yeah, then you stick it up in August, mate. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I think it needs to go up in the first weekend, which is what I'm going to do. Saturday, I'm going to put my Christmas tree up. But I don't know, I'm just not in the Christmassy mood yet, I don't think. Like, it's all a bit kind of all over the place. I don't know. It's just, is it maybe because We haven't Christmas last year, so I've forgotten how to Christmas.
Forgotten it. Maybe he's forgotten.
Maybe Christmas really actually just relies on momentum. You know, like okay, so what? Because you're right. People start ramping up to Christmas. Don't you?
Yeah. That's it.
It's the adverts. Like this year, I do know the adverts are out there. I'm not too bothered.
Yes, I mean.
But if you asked me 3-4 years ago, I would have gone and looked for the advert on YouTube the day it came out.
Yeah,
I wanted to see what it was. And also, generally, I like the goosebump moment, you know. But then I did watch that remake of Home Alone and things like that because I wanted to feel Christmas. By the way, the Home Alone stat that everybody loves, and I don't think still enough people know about, and I know we've spoken about it here, and you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Every scene in Home Alone, you must know this.
You said it before.
Every scene in Home Alone has green and red in it. Every scene. In the original, and this one does as well. It has the color green, the color red, because they are Christmas colors. And this film did as well, because I kept a little eye on it. And when I told my missus, mind blown. She was absolutely loved that stat. But you're right, Saj. I feel like, and I think it's the way the calendars kind of fallen as well, because last weekend was too early to put it on because it was the 26th or whatever. Yeah. And this weekend you're like, oh, it's already the 3rd, 4th. You know, So you're right. It's a little bit of that. Like the boys tomorrow, the kids are going to open their advent calendars.
Of course.
But there's no Christmas tree up. So I'm like,
let down. You guys let down. You got to get that up. Get that up ASAP.
You pick them up from school. You pick them up from school, you do homework, you feed them whatever. Like now, my missus is out. They're upstairs. I've been trying to put them to bed. As you boys know, I've delayed the start of this podcast because the little they won't go sleep on time because they're just playing up.
Excited for their
they're already talking to me about, and they're already talking about, and Milo, the little whatever, right, I can't even say the word because it's going to cuss him so hard. Is telling Logan, guess what? For December, we eat chocolate for breakfast every day. And I went, no. You don't eat chocolate for breakfast. You just get to open your advent calendar and have that little piece. There is also breakfast. But Logan's now like, result, chocolate, I'll have a cookie, I'll have a dairy milk. And then I'm like, no. I'm losing control. I tell you, they're at the age now, they're taken over. And I ain't got.
So are you banning Christmas as well in your house? Is that what you're saying?
Christmas is very, very much on. But get this, my son today, Milo, just a couple of hours ago, turns to me and goes, Dad, you know what? Why don't we buy the presents on Boxing Day? I hear everything goes on sale. I went, put that.
He is so your son.
Love you, mate.
He is so your son.
Oh my God! You know you can't teach that. You can't teach that. And I'm like,
poor guy.
You're right.
Poor lad.
I said, you're right. And I said, and if you wait till mid-January, you get even more. I said, because everyone's hanging to sell stuff. I said, then everything's back in stock and it's back to normal price.
And if you decide to just walk around Nunga Bunga, you won't need to buy anything.
Yeah, and then I was going to him, and you know what? Black Friday, that's a scam as well, son. That's rubbish.
My God.
I was going.
Black Friday was a letdown this year, wasn't it? Like I didn't see anything where I thought even that's half a good deal.
No, you're right.
I think everyone's a bit fed up of shopping, and we've all been stuck at home. We've done all of our online. There's only so much from Amazon that you can order. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there thinking, I don't need anything.
Actually, do you know what I bought? Do you know what I bought for Black Friday? Bought shower gel.
What?
There we go.
But what did you want? What were you going for?
I don't really need anything. I'm just saying, if you saw something that you had your eye on, it's like, that's gone down by that, I don't know, 100 quid or so. You might have bought it. Do you know what I mean? But I wasn't really looking for it.
I had my eye on one particular item, but it didn't come down at all anywhere on Black Friday sales, and that is the Magimix 5200L. It's a food processor. So it's an amazing. Oh my God! You know you've become a Buddha when because I was actually genuinely excited.
I mean that is proper Buddha.
Yeah. I mean, but if you write a letter to Santa, you might get it for Christmas.
Nah, listen, the Magimix 5200 is the biggest version of it. And if Magimix are listening, I'm available for sponsorship and I would love to have one of it because it's about 400 quid, but it can slice, it can dice, it can do
for food blender.
3 different size pots.
I'll come and cut it for you, bro.
Yeah.
No. I'll come and cut it for 100 quid.
Uniform sliced courgette, the long way.
Kedge will wear a uniform and then cut it.
It even says on the website, it says, it's for people who love food who now want to get serious about food.
Leave it out. Here we go.
I'm telling you, let me get serious.
MasterChef in the making now. Brilliant. So things we've seen this week, I've obviously, because I was locked in and I've managed to see a lot of telly because that's all you do because there's nothing else to do. I've seen that new show that everyone's banging on about. That's overtaken Squid Game on Netflix.
Hell something.
And it's called Hellbound. It's another sort of.
I've not heard anything about it. Was it Hellbound?
Hellbound.
Sorry, I'm just. Is it another foreign show? Is it another Korean show?
Yeah, another Korean show. It's only 6 episodes, so it's a real quick wham bam. Each episode is about 50 minutes, and I didn't know what to expect, but I love it. I finished it. Finished it today, and I love it.
Is it as good as Squiddy?
I don't think you can compare it because it's very different. What you get from Squid Game, because you're involved in the games and all of that. Obviously that's only relatable to Squid Game. You can't compare anything with it. But I would say this is, in terms of a storyline, in terms of the layers and the depth of it and what it's trying to tell people about humanity, I think it's right up there. And my God, I don't want to give too much away, but the first 3 episodes are like kind of linked. Then the 4, 5, and 6 are linked. But there's a time stretch in between. But you'll get that as you watch it. But the ending is brilliant. And just when you think, oh, I've got that, I understood exactly what happened there, they do this humdinger of an ending, and you're like, oh, give me season 2.
Oh wow, okay, good. What's it called? It's called
Hellbound.
Hellbound. Okay, on Netflix?
On Netflix. It is quite gory. It's a little bit difficult to watch in places because it is quite violent, but it is. I thought it was brilliant.
Okay, wicked.
Very nice.
What have you seen,
very nice. The thing I've been watching this week, well, since last week actually, was what's the name? I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here, because it started again on ITV. I love it, and to be fair, it's been good, but I feel like I want a refund because obviously the storm's come in and it's stopped. It hasn't aired since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
It has.
So today, like Tuesday, is the day where another episode's coming out.
But hold a minute, do you not know what that means then? If it hasn't aired, it's because they can't air I'm a Celebrity. That's not because the cameras don't work.
Yeah, no, I know. It's because
all the celebs have gone into a hotel.
Well, they've had to because of the storm.
Yeah.
Well, I know. That totally changes the show.
Exactly. And I was just like, I'm not sure now about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to watching it again. But I think it's just great. It's good entertainment. But I've got to say, Naughty Boy on it, he's winding me up a bit. I know he's been on the podcast.
Didn't you say Naughty Boy's brilliant on it? Didn't someone say he's brilliant on it?
I think he started brilliant. Where he tried to smuggle in the masala, the garam masala. Yeah. But then, even then, I thought, God, you're a bit stupid. Just keep it to yourself and just use it on the food. Like, why are you telling? So he went in and confessed it, and I was just like, bro, why are you doing that?
But I think he's a bit. I think what happens is when you go in there, when you start taking yourself too seriously, all of them, and it's like, just got to lighten up a bit. And I think Naughty Boy's he's coming across as a little bit moody. Yeah, there was a couple of things. I haven't seen all of it, but there was a couple of things where there was something about cooking, and then he got all upset, and he goes, "Well, no, I'm just going to sleep." I was like, "Bruv, everyone's eating together. You can't just go. I'm going to sleep now." When everyone's, they've all been given a big meal to eat. You've got to be part of the.
He's coming across as a bit of a weird character, and it's not nice because it's like you don't really want to.
I hope he pulls through that.
Yeah, I just hope he gets through it. Yeah, definitely.
Well, actually, the only moment I've caught, and I've only watched it for a couple of minutes, was when he came back having successfully done a task, and he was buzzing. I didn't even see what the task was, but they were like, "Wow," because Adam Woodyard, who plays Ian Beale, EastEnders. He was like, mate, it's so great to see him, like, so happy, how much it meant to him. And I thought, okay, the way they're talking about it, they were like, it was like a moment, they were like all bigging him up. So I seen a bit I've seen.
Yeah, he's had his ups and downs, I think.
Yeah, he's had his ups. But I think, and I think it was quite bad to see Richard Madeley go as well, because he was actually quite a good character. He had a lot to say. He was a good man. And he only got taken out because he got taken ill when he had to go hospital, and then he broke the COVID malarkey and blah blah blah, so he couldn't go back in. But he was good. I got to say, now it's a bit disappointing that he had to leave. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
I've watched. Again, I haven't seen any telly in now weeks. I'm so out the telly loop from Dubai. Come back. Just there's always something going on in the evenings, podcast recordings or whatever, and actually, I've really realised now, more so than ever, my boys don't watch any telly. they're over on the tablets, or like not telly. They might watch the odd thing on Netflix, a show, but like the tellies are hardly on. They're really hardly on. It's all kind of tablets and whatever, phones and stuff like that. But anyway, so the other night, a couple of nights ago, I had a quiet evening. I was like, result, I want to watch a film. I don't care if I pay for it, stream it. So, but then you have that panic, don't you, because you're scrolling through on your phone.
You put pressure on yourself. You put pressure on yourself.
It's a good one.
So I went amazing films of 2021, right, is what I type in. That's how I always start.
Me.
No, that's exactly what I didn't do. Right? That's weird. No, so you got amazing film 2021, and then and it tells me all the Oscar winners from this, all the Grammy, all the Oscar winners and the winners from the start of the year. The BAFTA winners and all that. But they're all in January, February. So those films are like older films now. They kind of came out the end.
Yeah, they're a bit dead.
So I'm scrolling around, going, no, something else. I went, oh, great films out now. You know, all this kind of stuff. I'm Googling, whatever. And I come across this film called No Sudden Move. Have you heard about it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you do after Kedge drinks the Faaki.
Yeah, exactly.
What you don't do.
It might fall out.
Stay still.
Right. Might fall out you, mate.
No Sudden Move came out in June 2021, right? But straight away, the director is, what's his name? Steven Soderbergh. You know that? So he did Ocean's 11, Ocean's 13, Erin Brockovich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's got, and I know that name, big award winner. I thought, okay, brilliant. Right, then let's see. Right, Soderbergh. And I thought, like, okay, let's see what the film's about. Who's in the film? In the film, there is, okay, check this cast out. Benicio del Toro. You know that guy? You recognize. He's kind of got a very hardened sort of face, plays a gangster all the time. Right? There's Brendan Fraser, big actor. Okay.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle, who's in the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Right. You've got Kieran Culkin, the brother of Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, in Succession. Brilliant in Succession.
So, and there was more, and I was going, oh yes, Matt Damon's in the film, right? Ray Liotta is in the film, from Goodfellas.
This sounds like a Bollywood, one of those Akshay Kumar masala films. Yeah. Loads of names, no substance.
No, you read it, right? You read it. Hold a minute, right? It's not quite, and it's like, and the plot line basically is it's a heist that goes terribly wrong, right? Some guys.
I love films like that.
Right, and I'm looking at this cast. I'm going, they can't have got all these people together, and actually, in the end, it was just okay. I was so like, because it was,
of course, it was just okay. Otherwise, we would have heard about it. Of course, it was just okay.
But on Rotten Tomatoes, it was 92%. 92% rated.
92% rotten.
Yeah, no, but that's. But then I think what it is critics are going to go, oh, it's marvelous film, such brilliant performances from these wonderful actors, but there was just something missing. It just wasn't Tarantino. I want Tarantino. I want to watch a Tarantino film.
It's funny, you found a flop. I found a flop on Netflix. It's called Guilty, with Gyllenhaal in it as well. And I thought, oh, it's going to be good. And I fancied a little movie Saturday night. I don't think I fell asleep so quickly. Like I was like, oh my God, I've fallen asleep. So I switched it off. So you know when he flicks Netflix off and it just goes to the normal last TV channel that was on? It was on BBC One. And it was Freddie Mercury. And I thought, oh, what's this? Right? So I thought I'll keep it on just, while I just wake up again. And it was Freddie Mercury's The Final Act. And it's a documentary on the BBC.
I've recorded that. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, sad.
I recorded that because I know I love him.
Guys, I missed the first 5 minutes, but my God, what a This documentary is
on my list. It's on my list.
Epic. I mean, I woke up and I was so live while watching it because it's the time when they did this, the big sort of concert for Freddie Mercury and raising awareness for AIDS and all of that after he had passed away. Yeah. So it was Queen the band, and then they got loads of celebs singing all of his songs. And you see the rehearsals, and you just see David Bowie just standing there, and he's watching all the other legends, they're just all together, and they're like smoking and they're chatting, and then they're all rehearsing, and it's so much backstage footage, and it is. And
Kedge, that era of stardom.
I was just thinking, and I thought I'm going to tell the boys that era of music, the legends,
the people,
rock and roll.
But even at Wembley Stadium, the way it was packed. We're never going to see that again. And people, if you've not been a part of that, oh my God, you are so missed out on. And I know we sound old, but it was just an era. Like, you know, even when AC/DC were there or whoever came, Iron Maiden comes on and they just come on. And there was one guy who hadn't even come and rehearsed. All this time he hadn't come and rehearsed. He was a big Giant
Haystacks.
No. Like not Slash, but who's the other one from that group?
There's what's his name?
I don't know.
It was Guns N' Roses. You got Axl.
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose or something like that. Yeah.
So anyway, so this guy apparently, I think he'd said some homophobic things, and you know, he wasn't, you know, obviously very popular, and obviously this show was about raising awareness and, you know, Freddie Mercury coming out as gay and you know, AIDS and all of that kind of stuff. And he was down to do a duet with Elton John. And you're like, so Elton John's doing his stuff and this guy's nowhere to be seen. And I don't even want to ruin it. It's brilliant. It is
funny. So I know it's not the same, but have you seen the Queen film? You know,
So this is the Queen film, but like the next level up.
Yeah, but real. Yeah. So even the Queen film, I thought was so good, and because his story is so rock and roll, and he's such, and generally seems like a proper artist. Freddie Mercury was a little. When I say before my time,
he was like, before my time.
My sisters were into him. Yeah, so like
Annie Lennox is in it. And like they're watching, and they're like, you know, like you just see David Bowie's just like standing there with a cigarette, like watching all the other legends just rehearse, and you're like, this is next level stuff that you get to see. And honestly, from falling asleep on that Netflix film, I was so alive. I just wanted to go to a concert after because I just thought, wow.
Yeah, it's good. Good documentary.
Do you know what happens when I sort of see loads of footage like that from the olden sort of days concerts? I'm just looking at it, I'm just like, that we have to compare to, like, I don't know, Drake coming to the O2. I'm like, do you see what I mean? Because that's what really would be the big concert now. Do you see what I mean?
It is.
I don't know if it would.
But it's not even that.
But you can't compare it.
Well, no, it's like I went to the Ariana Grande concert. That was nuts. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was nuts. Like the mass
you still can't but you still can't compare it to something at Wembley with all of those artists on it.
But you're never going to get that many people at Wembley ever again, because obviously that pit at the bottom, you know, there's no. I mean, I've been in there for Michael Jackson, and I watched Michael Jackson like that, and you can't. I don't know. You just can't explain it or describe it because it's never going to happen ever again. Yeah.
I think that's why your body shape is that way, because you just got squashed so hard during that.
I was on my uncle's shoulders.
Bless you. That's a good uncle.
That's good uncle, man. Yeah.
I worked at the Michael Jackson concert. I think I must have said it before, and I served noodles because I couldn't get a ticket, and I got a job there instead in one of the catering vans at the back.
But did you get to hear it? Did you get to hear it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Thing from the very back.
Which one?
Saw him. It was the one where he leaves in a jetpack.
That was in '88. That was '88.
Did you have noodles? Did you have noodles when you went to the concert?
I would have been about 17. I would have been 17, 18.
So that was 95.
That was 95.
Yeah. So that was the bad tour.
Right. Well, he might not have left in the jetpack. I tell you what I remember is they went, "Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jackson has left the building." And they said at the very end, I was like, whoa, everyone just started roaring. That's it. Like, don't even try and find him.
Got on the train.
He's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jackson is in zone 3.
That is.
I remember watching it right at the back of Wembley. But no, again, that's one of the things I think you just need to have seen in your life. And like I said, a good documentary.
I'm gutted.
And seriously change your life. I'm a big believer of that.
I'm gutted. I'm gutted. I wasn't around in that era because I'd have loved it.
And actually, Satch, can I just say, off your recommendation last week, I'm on chapter 4 of Will Smith's new book, Will.
Already. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And it's brilliant. And I just want to quickly just recap those first 4 chapters, because this is a nice one, just kind of like, I tell you what, can I make this my things I've learned? Can I share this?
Roll into that.
But things I learned from Will Smith this week in his book, Will, is don't look at life like you're trying to build a wall. He said, if I look back on my career, it's gigantic. He goes, of course,
Because I'm Mr. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm Mr. Bad Boys. I'm Mr. Independence Day. I'm the alien ass kicking this, that, and the other. He goes, Grammy Award winning, Instagram record breaking. I'm that guy. He knows it, right? I am legend, all that stuff. He said, I know I've changed the face and the history of cinema on the planet. I know I've done that. His words to that effect.
Wow.
He goes, there's no way I could have set out to do that. And he said, all life is, and this is the real wicked lesson. And I've been saying this, I swear, in my own way, post-lockdown, when I said, just give it a go. Give your dreams a go. Take a step towards your dream. Whatever you want to do, Google it first. See how it starts. Try one thing towards it. And he basically says it like it's a brick wall. He goes, a wall is a wall. He goes, but actually, it's just made up of one brick at a time. Just lay a brick. He goes, and someone's going to come along, they're going to kick that brick over. Or they might not. Or it might dry and it might hold. He goes, leave it there. Next day, no matter what happens, lay another brick.
Lay a brick.
Another brick. So that's my approach to life is, you know what? You ain't going to get your dream overnight. Just lay a brick. That's the thing I learned. What are you laughing at, Saj?
Well, no, that's why you're always in the toilet for absolutely ages when we come round.
I was going to say, just don't lay your log.
Man's
I'm
laying
trying
bricks.
to get all emotional. Look at that.
Kids knows why I was laughing.
I knew exactly. Saj is so childish, honestly.
I shouldn't have said lay a brick. That's what I said. I should have said place. Place a brick.
Place.
Okay,
But no, we get it. And that's a brilliant thing to actually take on board today. Saj, what you got?
My one's actually quite quick and easy, but it blew my mind. So the thing that I learned this week was, if you were to count to 1 billion by saying the number out,
yeah,
how long would it take you?
Oh,
again, 1, 2, counting all the way up to a billion.
To 1 billion.
How
so
long
that means you've got to get that means you've got to get to 1 million, then roughly, 10 million, then 100 million. 100 million is 1 billion. My God.
Well, how many seconds are there in a day? Because you're pretty much saying a number a second, I think.
Well, so, God. No, I don't think so.
Because give us a guess.
Okay, I reckon.
2 days.
I reckon. No, what? No, I would say like a year.
A year? No, but if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I mean, you can't. You get through a look.
No, sorry, normal pace 1, 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, 4, fine.
5.
All right. So then it's
you to MC it. Just
yeah.
All right. I would say a month.
Tommy.
No, straight off the bat, I was just going to say a year, but yeah, a year.
You know the answer? It'll take you about 30 years.
Wow.
Nah, 30 years to count to a billion. That is. I mean, I feel like I want to prove that wrong.
Go on then.
Because when you get to like 199 million 264,723. That takes 8 seconds to say.
Exactly.
It?
Of course it does. Yeah. And then you lose count.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah,
fair enough. It takes 30 years to count to a billion. But listen, that's it. Just remember that now. It takes 30 years to count to a billion. If you were to count to a billion, it takes 30 years. That's the kind of thing you can just drop in. Random fact. Hey, can you tell us a random fact? Yep, it takes 30 years to count to a number billion. Bang.
Love it.
You're cool. It's a cool little fact.
That is cool.
And this is the fact that you're going to need when you go shopping next, because did you know, and again, this blew my mind. I'm not a big eater of this chocolate, but I think you guys might be. Did you know that
Toblerone?
No, that Twix. Twix.
You don't like a Twix?
You don't like a Twix?
No, I do. I just don't eat them that often. I just don't get that opportunity to. But did you know that each stick in a Twix bar is different?
What do you mean?
So the left stick and the right stick is different.
So
yeah,
I think so.
So there is a clear distinction between the two. The right Twix is coated in chocolate with cascaded caramel, and the left side is enrobed in chocolate with drizzled caramel. Look at the ingredients. It will tell you this. It's madness.
Hold a minute.
Oh,
so
wow.
the one on the right, so they're both covered in chocolate on the outside. They both look the same from the outside.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you again. The right Twix is cloaked in chocolate with cascaded caramel, and the left side.
What is that?
You know, like how you see in the advert where it kind of cascades, like that.
Going like that,
like a Viennetta.
Wavy.
Yeah, and the left side is enrobed in chocolate with drizzled caramel, and they're different. So that's why if you share your Twix, you're giving the good or one of the good ones away.
So it depends what you like, though.
Well, exactly.
Well, firstly, hold on a minute.
But they're different.
I would say I'm a Twix expert. Like Twix is the second. It's close number 2
it's
to
a good
the
chocolate.
Snickers.
It's a good
to the Snickers as a. You get a lot for your chocolate. You got the biscuit. You got the chewy caramel. You know, the only thing with Twix is if it's too cold, it cracks. I don't like these. You've got to get that right kind. Got to get room temperature. Kind of temperature on the Twix, but. I did not know that, Kedge, and that is a little bit mind blown for me. And I now need to bite into the Twix.
Make sure you get yourself a Twix and side on. Maybe do the double. Maybe do a double bite and then look at them. Different.
I can eat them separately. I don't have to do.
No, of course, you're getting different sensations. You're getting different sensations. No one knew this. Incredible. Give that a go.
So it would look different if you cut into it.
I'm guessing it would.
I don't think it does, though.
Well,
need to check that. I need to do
I'll be honest, and you're also using words I don't quite understand, like encased in it and in drizzled.
Right. Well, just everyone do the experiment and let's feedback to the Brownload. Hello at the Brownload.
Everyone get a Twix this week. Yeah.
Drop us an Insta message or something. Let us know if Kedge is talking bakwas.
I'm going to email you, Kedge.
I would probably safely say, Kedge, one of the best things I've learned this year from you is about the Walker's Crisps only all their dates having a Saturday on it.
Saturday,
all Walker's. That is one of the best ones. And this is close. If this is true, and all these years, the 2 Twixes have been different in any way, shape, or form. Even
do you want a little bit of extra? Do you want a little bit of extra factage?
Please give me a king size Twix. Go on in.
So one of the side of the Twix sticks is packaged only between 12 p.m. and 11 p.m. and the other side of it is packaged between 12 a.m. and 11 a.m.
Hold on. So what do you mean packaged? They can't package them separately.
As in, they are like when they're made at different times of the day.
Wow.
So basically, the packet's gonna be there with 1 Twix in it for half the day before the other one joins it.
Before the other one's slotted in.
That is interesting. I would have just thought you'd make them at the same time and chuck them in the back.
Exactly. Who would have thought? It looks so simple, isn't it? It's just like, keep on banging out those Twix and then slide them in. But it ain't like that.
There's more to it. See, that's why Twix is special.
Very good. Very good.
Good. It's chocolate season as well, man. Chocolate. Get your double boxes ready. You're going to go celebrations? You're going Heroes? Where are you going this year? Or are you going Ferreros?
I do like celebrations.
Celebrations.
No. Heroes. Sorry, Heroes. I prefer Heroes.
No, celebrations.
Celebrations. There's more in it. There's too many. There's the Cadbury's cream egg one in Heroes, and I don't want that. I don't want the Cadbury's caramel. No.
Done.
Okay, well done.
Later. Okay. Cool. Are we meeting up next week?
We are indeed.
Back to meeting up next week, and also
unless we're banned.
Unless we're banned by Boris.
We will see. Or a storm. We might get snowed in my house for 6 days. And play board games with Kedge.
And lay some bricks.
Hey, but listen, if anyone gets sick, remember, Faaki. We'll get you through.
It will indeed.
Just think of Kedge's mum and dad, and that will get you through.
God.
Take it easy. Laters,
mate. Laters.